Hey guys, what's up? It's Phoebe from Alternative Twist Radio. Today we have Anna Volpe for our new artist spotlight. She's also known as Annie Foxx. Welcome, Anna.
Hey, thanks so much for having me. Excited to be here.
Yes, I'm so happy to have you on. Now, tell me about Annie Foxx. Who is she and how did she become your alter ego project?
Yeah, so I've always wanted to create music from a different perspective or just a different angle from my usual like folk, ambient, singer-songwriter type of music. And as a Scorpio, I would say I am a fairly darker person, maybe like personality or just things that I vibe with. And I've always wanted to create music with that in mind. And Annie Foxx, it's funny, Annie, my friends from high school call me Annie, and Volpe in Italian means fox. So my friends and I a couple years ago were like, oh my God, Annie Foxx would be such a great like stage name. And so I was like, oh my God, I'm totally gonna do that. So I thought that would be the perfect name to use for this like darker project. And it's great because I'm able to work with different songwriters and producers that work in like more of the alternative field and genre. So that's kind of where it's started, and excited to see what I feel like there's a lot of experimentation and there's so much to kind of grow within like the alternative, really within the pop genre. There's just so many ways you can go, especially in the darker way. So it's been fun for sure.
Love it. When I heard your song, and I myself, I love all kinds of music, but my own, I think the kind of music that I really go back to is the darker, heavier side. When I was growing up in high school, I loved Portishead, and I loved, I don't know if you've heard of Switchblade Symphony.
Yeah.
And when I heard you sing, I was like, whoa, that brought me back. I was like, oh my God, that's so awesome. I love that music. And then when finally we got in contact, so I was very happy. And so to me, that darker side, it really speaks to me too, even though I like a little bit of light, kind of sounds too, but the darker music, I'm more into like the goth, that was when goth was goth, not emo.
Right? Oh my God. That whole world has done a good amount of changing, like in anything in life. No, it's really true. Oh my gosh. I was growing up like in middle school, and maybe this is kind of generationally, I was born in the 90s. And so like the early 2000s, like pop punk, all those bands were so prevalent in my life and my friends' lives. And so I try, obviously that's completely different type of music and genre, but I still like grasp onto that, the emotions behind it, and kind of that mentality is definitely, I push that with Annie, which is also coming back, which I love. In Nashville, there's an emo night, which is amazing. And they have all sorts of bands and original members of a lot of the different kind of bands like Yellow Card and All American Rejects. They, come in and perform because a lot of them live in Nashville, which is amazing. So I'm loving that it's all kind of coming back.
That's great. That's good to hear. You're deep into the Nashville music scene. And I like hearing that there's more of a diversity coming in. And the mixture of the genres now, it's really interesting because it's not just set alternative rock, now there's indie rock, indie pop, it all kind of meshes together. And I love the different kinds of sounds. It's really interesting.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it keeps things eclectic, I feel like.
So what kind of music does Annie Foxx have coming out now?
Yeah, so me, I'm saying like she's a different person. Annie Foxx. So I released a new single on Friday called All Looks Black. And I wrote it with a producer and songwriter named Austin Bianco, based here in Nashville. Very, definitely hits hard production wise and lyrically. It's maybe one of my favorite songs I've ever written. Because it also, there's a little like talking, I don't want to say rapping, because I'm definitely not a rapper, but like a talking, chanty vibe, which is so fun. It was so fun to record and so fun to do it. So that's my latest single that's out. And, excited for future releases, hopefully down the line, we'll see. Kind of figuring all that out, one single at a time, one release at a time, but very excited it's finally out, because we wrote it last year. So it's been, almost a year coming. So yeah.
What was the inspiration behind it? Writing the words and the music?
Annie Foxx in general, and especially that song, very inspired by influences of just experiences with mental health and mental illness and depression, and kind of, using those experiences to empower, and to kind of shed light a little bit on the darker side, like kind of inside, my mind or a person's mind. And I feel like, especially the last couple of years, it's been, hard for all of us. And I think a lot of issues, or just experiences with mental illness, is very, very prevalent. So I really wanted to shed some light on my experiences with that type of thing, and really try to, help at least one person, to maybe inspire them and for them to feel empowered, not to be ashamed of feeling, whatever they're feeling. That's like the main, I wanted an outlet to kind of talk about, or kind of just, experience that, or just let it out for myself. And Annie Foxx was really the perfect way to do that, in kind of a edgier way, not necessarily like a sadder way, kind of in more of an upbeat type of way. So, yeah.
I definitely think it's so important nowadays to release someone's anguish, their angst, their depression, anxiety, because I myself, you have to feel safe releasing that in a safe place and not be judged, because that's so important, and it needs to be brought into the community, anywhere, because everyone nowadays is suffering somehow, somewhere. There's no way that no one can be suffering at any point in their life.
Yeah.
I believe that as an adult, you're going to go through things, and you have to release it in a safe way. And then hopefully from there you can heal, and getting rid of that stigma. The more people talk about it, the more, it seems more normalized, or not normalized, but mainstream. I don't know what the word is, but
yeah,
the awareness is brought out. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah. And I studied psychology in college, and I was very much intrigued about studying the connection between psychology and kind of just the way people view mental illness with music, and using music as a way to really like shatter the stigma around mental illness. And I feel like, a lot of people say, obviously most people listen to music and they use music as a way for therapy or in therapeutic ways. And, hearing people like say that music saves them, and music definitely saved me. And so I definitely wanted to take that with Annie as well, to, help someone else along, that the same thing where music has helped me. But no, I totally agree. I feel like life is just so many ups and downs, and there's just so much to talk and feel about, and it's never ending. So it's, it's nice to be able to escape it in a way, with music. So hopefully Annie can bring that for someone.
I love that message. So what does Annie have in store for 2022? Any plans, any projects in the future?
I'm, being in Nashville, it's a great city to collaborate with so many different people. And so I am, constantly writing with other people here for the Annie Foxx project. I have a lot of songs on the back burner that I'm figuring out releases for. I would love to do an album, to do an EP, like maybe like a 5-song or 4-song EP. It probably won't be ready for release this year, but I'm definitely thinking for 2023 and having all the material ready to go this year. And so I have, working on that for sure. But it's exciting to be able to work with all sorts of new people. There's so many talented people here. So it's wonderful to be in that environment constantly rather than from afar. So I'm excited. So I will definitely be keeping everyone updated on socials and all that kind of stuff. So
that's awesome. So are you playing any gigs around Nashville? Any venues for live music?
I'm not. It's so funny. I mean, before COVID, I did a lot of performing in New York City for myself and then for other artists as well. And since 2020, I haven't done any performing at all. I'm still getting my bearings here, I would say in Nashville specifically, and checking out shows and seeing other people perform. There's so much amazing talent here, which is amazing, but also that makes it harder for new people to come in, but that's just the way it is for anywhere. And but hopefully we'll see. There's so many people I would be happy to perform with as well. And also Annie, I would have to figure things out in regards to maybe having a background track with live instrumentation. It's a little different than just having, a singer and a guitarist, for example, which is what I have done in the past with my other music. So I would think it would have to, I would have to figure some things out. But I hope so. Maybe in 2023, if I do an EP, I'd have a release show. But for now, just kind of getting my bearings, being in a new city, and just writing as much as I can. So that's where I'm at right now, I would say.
That's good. I've seen a lot of our artists doing performances remotely. They would have their whole backup, the soundtracks and everything loaded up. And then they would just perform from their home, their studio, wherever they have their setup. And it sounds great. Yeah, so the remote performances, and I've seen people even charge, like $5-10 for remote performances, or maybe even like a donation, but at least getting that work out there and performing on social media. I mean, geez, TikTok. Are you on TikTok at all?
Yes. Yeah. I'm on TikTok.
Yeah. And Facebook Live, you can do it, so just getting your name out there, because social media is so powerful, as I'm sure free advertisement, why not? Yeah.
Exactly. It's super important. No, I should do more of that for sure. It's so hard. There's just so much to do as an artist, and it can be overwhelming.
Yeah, because you have to get the setup, you have to make sure sound check and everything, and no cats. We have 3 cats. No cats jumping up on you trying to, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah. Or motorcycles in the background, all that.
Freaking motorcycles. Quad runners, big old, oh my goodness. Anyway.
Exactly. It's so true.
Yeah, it is a lot to think of. That's production.
Yeah.
So talking about performances, why don't we take a break and watch your music video that you sent over?
Awesome. Yeah.
In the shade, keep hiding from the sun. No shame, cut and run in the dark. Yeah, it all looks bright. In the shade, keep hiding from the sun. No shame, cut and run in the dark. Yeah, it all looks bright. I can't help myself from asking why. The bricks in my brain keep on crumbling under the fire. I don't wanna see inside my mind. Make friends with the demons, I see them, they're in plain sight. You're doing, the tensions are starting to break. Say yourself before the shadows take the pulse from your heartbeat and trap it inside a cage.
That was a great video, Anna. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hey, this is Anna Volpe, also known as Annie Foxx. You're listening to Alternative Twist Radio. Find me on all socials, _Annie Foxx, Fox with 2 X's, on all social media, and TikTok, I am Anna Volpe Music. Thanks so much.
Thanks for watching, guys. Please share, like, and subscribe to our channel, and find us on all of our social media, links in our bio. Thanks.